G'day peeps and welcome to episode number 54 of the Honestly Being Beck Moss podcast. This podcast is called Being a Bit Disappointed. I'm here in Perth for the Australian Masters Games for the boxing, and I came specifically to corner Angie. So booked my flights and here to corner Angie, and last minute decided to register for the Masters Games boxing myself. So paid my registration, paid my sport-specific fee, had to register with Boxing SA, so paid my registration for that as well. And was matched up against a girl, Jen Thompson, and was really looking forward to having a good bout. I've never boxed her before, but I know she's boxed some girls that I've boxed, so I thought it would be at a pretty good level. Unfortunately, my opponent didn't come over to Perth for some reason, I don't know why. And I was unlucky enough not to get a bout. In fact, the person who ran Boxing WA over here said to me that they were really happy with the fact that they managed to match every single boxer that registered for either a proper fight or for an exhibition match, everyone except me. This happened to me in the Masters Games in Adelaide as well. Phil Miller told me that he managed to match every single boxer that registered for the 2019 Adelaide Masters Games. This was all pre-COVID, and everyone got a match or an exhibition except me. So I don't know whether Masters is somewhere where I just don't belong yet, because I just can't do it and get disappointed all the time. It's really getting on my nerves, yeah? So it was great to watch everyone else get their fights, and great to watch everyone from Boxing SA. So we had some Masters boxers from South Australia. And we had Kathy. She's an awesome boxer. She's my weight. She's my age as well. But she's just a little bit less experienced than me. So I'm really looking forward to getting some rounds in with her. She boxed supremely today. Really showed really good skills, threw some great body shots, and made it a hard job for her opponent and won easily. It was fantastic to watch. So well done, Kathy. That was great. Really looking forward to getting some rounds in with you when we're both back in Adelaide. Mercedes fought today as well. She fought Claire from WA. It was an exhibition. Claire is at a level that's just up and above. So that was a good exhibition, a good display of boxing skills. We had Steve West up again for his second fight, and he was awesome and really, really honoured when he asked me to jump in the corner for him, because I'd really wanted to be involved, and I really wanted to. I've seen him when he first walked into our shed gym. So we had our boxing ring set up in our shed in our backyard before we were lucky enough to get an actual venue. And Steve was one of the guys who started with us then. He's been back and around, and he's boxed in lots of different gyms in South Australia. I'm really stoked that he asked me to jump in the corner for him, and I was really, really stoked to be able to give him the advice. And he had a really good bout, and I think he definitely took the last round. It was a split decision, so it was a very, very close bout. His opponent was amazing, and they had a really good fight. And then we had Damien, and he had a great fight as well. He had a much taller opponent. His opponent was head and shoulders taller than him. And he got hit a few times, but he kept coming back, and he showed really good skills, and it was a really good fight. Everyone who got in the ring for the Masters Games for boxing had great fights, great challenges, even if it was a mismatch for skills or a mismatch for experience, or maybe a mismatch for weight or age. Still really good experience, really good bouts, and really good challenges for everyone. So it was great. So the after party is on now, and it was great. They put on a lot of food, drinks. So the boxing community here in WA really getting behind Masters Games, and it's a great event. So I'm just a bit disappointed that I was the only one that didn't get a bout, and that has happened to me before. And I was just hoping to have this fight to sort of, get back in there and see how I feel about moving around. Now I'm asking anyone in Adelaide, anyone at all, who might want to do some sparring rounds with me, because I would just really like to get a hit out now after not getting anything here. So anyone at all, if you would like to do some sparring rounds with me, then I would like to do some sparring rounds with you. I'm not calling anyone out, but But yeah, I just want to get some rounds in. I just want to get some experience in the ring again. I just want to move around with people, and I just want to, I didn't get a fight, so I've got a bit of pent up aggression going on, and I just would really, I can't wait to fucking hit the bag when I get back home, because yeah, just a little bit sad about the whole fucking thing. But hey, that's boxing. It does have a lot of disappointments involved in it when it comes to matching and not getting matches. I've been lucky in my amateur boxing career to get as many matches with girls in a similar weight division and a similar experience to me. I think I managed to get a lot of good fights in Perth when I first started my career. So I started boxing not long after I moved to Perth. So I was living in Adelaide, and then I was working at IKEA, and I got offered a position over in IKEA in Perth when I was living in Adelaide. It was just for 3 months. So they sent me over there, and I started doing a role over there, and then that got extended for another 3 months, and then it became a permanent role. So as soon as I moved to Perth, I found a MMA gym that was close by, and I signed up for 12 months, even though I didn't know that if I was staying any more than 3 months. And I joined the boxing gym, and I just never looked back. That's where I met my husband. I trained for about 2 years at Mach 1 before I got the skills and the I guess grit and determination and the physique and the weight to jump in the ring and start my amateur boxing career. So big thanks to Habby Heskey, who was my coach back at Mach 1 and who put me in the ring for the first time. Really, really enjoyed boxing here in WA for my first 11 fights that I had. Had some really good opponents. Just want to do a shout out to Lulu Horton. She came out to the boxing today to watch some friends box. Some good girls fights on today, actually. Lulu was my third amateur boxing fight, and she beat me. She was my first loss. And we've done some amazing rounds together. And yeah, she's my favorite sparring partner that I've ever had. And big shout out to you, Lulu. That is awesome to see you today. And so I had 11 fights here in Perth before I moved back to Adelaide. Got married, had cub, and then 2 years later, I started boxing back again in South Australia. I've been lucky when it comes to getting matches. I boxed some really good girls in Perth, and I had some really good experiences. I got to travel, and same as when I boxed in South Australia, got to move around a little bit, got to do a couple of Super 8s tournaments, which was fantastic. So I have been really lucky in amateur boxing to get the matches that I've got. And then I've also been lucky to be offered matches in professional boxing as well. So, I guess it can't be too disappointed with what I've had happen. It is a little bit of a kick in the teeth. It doesn't feel great when you, right up until after you've weighed in and then had breakfast and then just about getting ready to get your gear on, you get told that you don't have anyone and that they've tried everyone else and that there's not even going to be an exhibition for you. Yeah, it fucking sucks. But hey, that's life. What can you do? So as I said, I would really like to do some sparring with anyone who would like to do some sparring with me. And yeah, I guess onward and upward to the next one. Yeah. Okay. All right. This was episode number 54, I think. 54. Being a bit disappointed, but carrying on with life anyway. All right. Have a great night, guys. Ciao.